up, Salty Crew, and welcome back to another video. Everyone is on lockdown, trapped in their house with not a lot to work with food-wise. So if you have a lot of canned goods on your hand and you have no idea what to do with them, keep on watching this video because I have come up with 3 different recipes using only non-perishables and mostly canned goods. And they're not your average lame, just black beans and some spices. We got some good stuff going on, so stay tuned. And if you haven't watched my last video on my pantry staples, make sure you check that out because it is a list of all of the stuff I always keep on hand so that I can kind of cook whatever I want, whenever I want. So are you ready to make the most of those canned goods that you bought way too much of at the store a few days ago? Let's get started. Oh, but wait, before we get started, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps more people see my video in the YouTube algorithm, and of course subscribe if you haven't already so you're notified every time I post a new video. Okay, now let's really get into it. The first pantry staple meal we're gonna make is this lentil bolognese. So to start this off, you are going to heat a medium saute pan over medium-high heat, add a little bit of water. We're cooking with water today instead of oil, and then add in half of a diced onion and saute that for 2 to 3 minutes until translucent. Then you can add in 5 minced garlic cloves and continue to saute. Then you can add in 1 cup of dried red lentils, a pinch of red pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. And I'm also adding in some of this mushroom umami seasoning from Trader Joe's, about half a tablespoon. And then you're gonna mix that all together and allow the spices to toast in the pan. Then you can add in 3 cups of vegetable stock, along with 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste, half a teaspoon of fennel. Mix that together, bring it up to a simmer, and add the rest of your ingredients. 1 tablespoon of Bragg's liquid aminos or soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of vegan Worcestershire, 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. Then you're gonna stir that all together and continue to simmer it for another 15 minutes until the lentils are fully cooked. Plate it up with your favorite pasta and sprinkle on some fresh parsley if you have it, and enjoy. Next up, we're making this sweet and sour chicken made from soy curls. If you don't know what soy curls are, they're kind of amazing and they're actually pretty healthy, and you can store them in your pantry, which is really nice. And they only have 1 ingredient, whole non-GMO soybeans. And here are all the nutritional facts. So I really love them. To cook them and prepare them, you're gonna soak them in boiling water for 10 minutes. After they're done soaking, you can drain them in a colander in the sink, and then you can run cold water over them. And once they're cool enough to handle with your hands, you can squeeze out all of the excess liquid, as much as possible. And then after you've squeezed out all the liquid, you can transfer them to a kitchen towel and pat them dry. Then you can transfer them to a lined baking sheet, and I drizzled a little bit of avocado oil on here. Add your soy curls, give them a little toss, and then put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, flipping halfway through. And while your soy curls are in the oven, you can make your sauce. So you're gonna add 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 4 cloves of garlic, a pinch of red pepper flakes, a tablespoon of maple syrup. Whisk that together, and then you can also make a slurry, which will be 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of cold water, and this will thicken up the sauce. Whisk that together, and then you can start cooking your sauce in a saute pan. So you're gonna add in the soy sauce mixture. Get it nice and hot and simmering, and then once it's hot, you can add in your slurry, which will thicken it up really quickly. Then you can whisk it all together, stir it till it's nice and smooth and not clumpy, and then once the soy curls are out of the oven, you can toss them in the sauce, and you can also add in more liquid, either water or veggie stock if the sauce gets too thick, and it should look like this when you're done. And you can pair this with brown rice, steamed veggies, either frozen or fresh, whatever you have on hand. Next up, we're gonna be making this chickpea pumpkin curry. So to start this out, you're gonna saute half of a diced onion, get it nice and caramelized in the pan. And I'm cooking with water for this one too, or sorry, vegetable stock. So add a little vegetable stock to keep things moving in the pan. And then you can add in about a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon of minced ginger and about 4 cloves of minced garlic. Continue to saute for a few more minutes. And then add in a 1/4 cup of canned pumpkin, a tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of chickpeas, 1 can of full-fat coconut milk, or you could use reduced fat too, whichever one you have, and then half a cup of vegetable stock. Give that a stir and let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes, and you want it to reduce by half. And then you can season with a little bit of salt and a squeeze of fresh lime juice. You can serve this over rice or veggies. You can eat it with homemade naan, whatever you prefer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe down below, comment your favorite recipe and which one you're gonna try first. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourself this week. Eat good food, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one.
Diet Coke ain't good for the soul. Give me that orange soda. Give me a grape like you see in the movies. Bubble to the top like a smoothie, you'll see. I'll do you like a 9 to 5.